I think today is the day that I'm going to declare my camera bag addiction. Let me explain. So here's the problem. Apart from the fact that my wife has seen how many camera bags I've got, I think I'll deal with that another time. There is no perfect camera bag. And that's the reason why I've got all of these, yet I still want more. And that's because all of these camera bags have got one thing in common. They're designed to hold cameras and camera accessories. So if I take this Manfrotto bag, for example, one that I take out a lot shooting landscapes, you open this up without getting all the contents all over the floor, and you can see it's divided up so that you can hold a camera with a lens, another lens, other lenses, accessories, etc. But let's just say you don't want to go out specifically to take photographs. You want to take a camera with you, but you also need to take other life accessories. So these cameras that I've got here, they're all great for when I want to go out and take photographs. I've got a camera bag that holds one camera, one lens. I've got another camera bag, one camera, two lenses. I've got my Peak Design everyday bag. This will hold a camera, a couple of lenses and a few accessories. It's also got vertical straps. These ones that go over your shoulder are not so great for putting on clips for your camera. So Peak Design one. I've got a diagonal shoulder brace one, which I use for my infrared camera. I've got my lightweight landscape bag, which has got f4 lenses in it. And then I've got my big Low Pro camera bag. This is my biggest camera bag by Low Pro, and I take this out when I need the drone. My heaviest lens, which is a 100 to 400 filter system. That's the biggest, heaviest setup that I've got. So you can see there is some rationale behind having too many camera bags. I use all of these for different purposes. But what about those times when I'm not specifically going out to take photographs? What about the days, like the weekends, when I go out with my family and I want a bag that carries a camera, not a camera bag? So in order to fix this problem of mine, I contacted K&F, who I reviewed this travel tripod for, link up above, and I asked them nicely if they would send me this camera bag. And this is how I've been using it. So, here's the thing. This time of year, which is autumn, but it counts for spring as well, I'm cycling along Brighton seafront to get to work at the same time that the sun is rising. So I'm passing all of these amazing photographic opportunities. The only thing missing is my camera. But here's the solution: a new camera bag. So last weekend, I took all three of my kids down to the seafront, down by the marina, to play crazy golf. I wanted to take a camera with me, of course, to record some special moments, but I also had to take the necessaries. So that day I took 3 children's pack lunch, my lunch, I took a drink, I took some crisps, I took some baby wipes, I took a jacket, and I took a camera and 2 lenses, microphone, some spare batteries. All right, let me give you a quick tour of the bag, okay? So as you can see, it's got like a camouflage vibe to it. Whilst I am brushing the water off the camera bag, the material is a waterproof material, but if you're in absolutely extreme downpours, it comes with a waterproof cover as well, so that's inside the bag. On the front, you've got 2 half decent sized pockets, which I keep my filters in. You can also keep your wallet or your phone. One of these, it says in the instructions manual, is protected against people stealing your credit card, like the contactless. The main buckle here feels really good. So that's metal, and it's got a reassuring click to it. And then they put a reflective orange thing on here. Maybe that'll help when I'm cycling. That might reflect some light, I'm not entirely sure. I've never thought I would be enticed by one of these bags. And when I say that, I mean this design, where it's got a roll top. So you've got a zip all the way along the top, and then you're inside the main bag. And this is essentially expansion for however much you want to fit in there. Last weekend, when I went to play crazy golf with all 3 of my kids, I absolutely filled this to the top, and then I had to just expand the buckle to go all the way over to the top like so. When it's not full of stuff, you just roll it down like that, clip the buckle in, and I think they call that cinching. Cinch, I like that word, cinch. On this side, you've got an expandable pouch, which I use for putting a water bottle in, and it's also good for putting your tripod in, which the camera's on right now. And then you've got a restraint buckle, which is good to keep your tripod in place. Around the back, you've got two very comfortable straps actually. You've got padding here. This, I believe, is for if you're going traveling and you're going to put that over a traditional suitcase handle, so you can just slide this over the top of your handle if you're going traveling. These are good to keep the bag off your back if it's hot and you're sweating. And there's also a chest strap, which makes it quite comfortable if you do load it up with loads of gear. I think I forgot to mention when I was talking about accessories that go inside this bag actually has a sleeve at the back of it, perfectly designed for a laptop. Now if you flip it around, here's the important part if you're carrying a camera. You've got side access to your camera. So typically I carry around a Canon mirrorless camera and a 24-105. That slots in here. You've got these movable Velcro things, so you can kind of adapt this to however you like. So if you didn't want this in it, or if you wanted to completely replace it, you could do, but it comes with its own orange cube, and essentially you put your camera in here and you put your lens in the other side. Now before this bag arrived, I did actually watch another review of another gentleman, and I'll put a link here. He raised a very good point, and this bag holds one camera and two lenses. Now the first one goes in here, and then that blocks access to your other lens. And because your water bottle or your tripod's on the other side, you can't actually get to it without interfering with all of these Velcro inserts, and you don't really want to have to go through the bag past all of your stuff to get to that lens. So perhaps a magnetic flap or something on the inside that allows you to take your camera out and then get to your second lens without disrupting your setup. But otherwise, this is really good. You've also got Velcro pouches here for memory cards, batteries, or whatever else you want to carry around, and then you just do that up. One thing I would say is if you're in heavy rain, you want to make sure that that flap isn't tucked inside like that, because that would actually encourage the rain to go in the bag. Make sure that top lip is over the top of the other one, because on a day like today when the ground is wet, and I have sat, the ground is wet, you see, on a day like today, if you don't want to put your camera bag, you don't have to, because you've got that quick side access to your camera. I've already mentioned that they say in the instructions manual it's waterproof, but it does come with a waterproof cover, which makes me question how waterproof is it. I'll let you know how that pans out. The forecast for the following weekend was heavy rain, so rather than just stay indoors with a nice cup of coffee, I thought why not go out and properly test out this bag. I would say that I was in the rain for around 30 to 40 minutes before finding some shelter. That whole time I didn't have the rain cover on, it was just a bag, as you can see from this video clip here. As I unbuckle the bag, you can see that the underside of it where it rolls down is completely dry. I unzip the top and I take out my coat, and unfortunately some of the rain seems to have got in and made my coat wet. As we take a look at the inside of the bag, you can see that the darker areas just represent exactly where the rain has come in, and it's somewhere in between the layers. As you can see that the material alone is not waterproof in heavy rain conditions. But more importantly, is my camera still okay? Good news, everything was okay. Absolutely bone dry, no signs of water getting into that compartment at all, so that's good. My advice therefore is, if you're going to use this bag in heavy rain conditions, you'll want to be using the rain cover. So today I have been working from the London office, And I thought another opportunity for me to bring my camera, because coincidentally it's actually bonfire night, it's fireworks night. Another opportunity where I thought I don't want to be without my camera. So I've been using this bag for about 6 weeks now, and other than that slight design flaw where you can't get to your second lens quickly because of the whole camera cube situation, I think it's really well made and it's really well designed. It didn't exactly perform as I wanted it to in the rain test, but it can withstand a bit of rain, but in extreme circumstances you just need to put the rain cover on. Other than that, I can highly recommend this bag. I'm happy with it. I'm going to be using it a lot moving forwards. For those instances where I don't want a camera bag, I want a bag that can carry my camera. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and the answer is no, you can never have too many camera bags. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I'm off to photograph some fireworks.